to be wonderful, so fabulous. But no, something inside of me is saying it's not. And to be able to really honor that and know that I'm doing that and I won't make that mistake that other people have. And thank you for being so honest about that and sharing that. A lot of people don't ever want to show or share the part of us that, yeah, this didn't go right, or I blew it over here, I completely crashed and burned over there. But that's how we get to learn from other people's mistakes and not listening to their guts and making decisions that aren't right for them.
I think the thing that gives me the most joy is empowering women.
Yeah.
And whether that's through the Wonder Women Mastermind that I run, that is a virtual online collaboration of women business owners sharing issues and challenges, or it's Gear Shift, which is my coaching practice, or it's Women Over 70. All of those have the same goal from my standpoint, and that is empowering women to stand up and speak their truths. Let their voices be heard, giving them a way for their voices to be heard. It gives me a lot of pleasure. Women business owners are quite a force, right? The public does not always understand that. We have 12.3 million firms are women-owned businesses. In 1972, to give you an idea of how far we've come, there were 402,000. We employ 9 million people and generate 1.7 trillion in sales, and it's probably higher now because I think these statistics are from 2019. Women-owned firms account for 51% of all privately owned businesses, and we own 4 out of every 10 businesses in the United States. The interesting thing is that half of women-owned firms are in service, health, and social assistance areas. And I just think it's important for everyone to know what a force women business owners are and how important we are to the economy, all that we do.
Oh, yes. I did not know these numbers. That's incredible. That's incredible. Yes. And so when you have women out there like you who are coaching other women and small businesses, and I have to admit, I have a soft spot in my heart for women and small businesses, because I've been a single mom with 2 little kids, not knowing how I was going to be able to make it. And that's scary. It is so scary. And to be able to be in there and not just because I know you, it's not just going in and saying, do this, do this, do this, but understanding the whole person and really being able to get in there and help with the mindset and to understand you have to change your thinking and find the what I wanted, silver lining in, like, this is not a good situation, but find the silver lining in this. And there's opportunities in that, not opportunist, what's the word I want? Not where we're stepping on somebody else's back so we can get ahead. Don't you hate when the word doesn't come?
How about that?
To be able to use those opportunities to build your business and to better yourself and your family and being able to see them. And I know that you do that kind of stuff, and women are empowered by you. And I mean, you just do fabulous work. That is so wonderful. I'm so happy that you're doing this and helping so many people. And so I guess we're going to run out of time because time goes by way too fast on podcast. But I do want to make sure that I ask you because I'm assuming that it wasn't easy to get where you are now with this coaching business. And what are some of the stumbling blocks along the way that you ran into building your coaching practice that you love sharing with other people so they can avoid those pitfalls?
Yes. And there are many pitfalls. And we make them, I think we make it harder on ourselves than it needs to be. I like to say that if you were a professional musician or a professional athlete or a surgeon, you would hire a coach because you'd want to be the very best you could be. when you're in business, you need to hire a coach too, so that you can work smarter and get faster results and do all those things. My own personal pitfall is not asking for enough help, is believing that, well, I was a multi-million dollar business owner. I can do this myself. And but it's so easy to get help today. And there's certainly since the onset of the internet and all of the education that's available, even if you don't talk to another person, there is no reason why you can't take classes online or find resources that can help you. And I have to say that asking for help is the number one most important thing that any business owner needs to do. And we need mentors. I do a lot of mentoring. I feel that mentoring is one way that I can give back and help younger people just cut to the chase. You don't have to make the same mistakes over and over again. If you're not achieving the goals that you want in life, if you're not living the right life for you, then you have to reach out and ask for help. So from my own point of view, that's one thing that I definitely could have done. I also think I could have thought about coaching differently. When I became a business coach, it really wasn't a term that was known. It was consulting. And so I started out as a consultant. I did marketing consultant. That's my strength. And even then, I could have looked to see where else the opportunities were sooner. And you just have to keep your eyes wide open. You have to keep looking to the future. You have to keep thinking about what else is there. What am I missing? What don't I know? And I've learned that over the years. But in the beginning, no, I wasn't very good with any of those things. It's amazing. I have a successful business now.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Because at the beginning, I just, I don't think, even though, and it's funny because you were so successful, but then it just shifts when we're doing it a little bit differently. Then I think there's that learning curve again. And if we can just embrace that, and absolutely asking for help. And I think that's one of the things that gets in so many people's way, is that we don't ask because, like, oh, I'm going to look stupid, or I'm a failure, I should be able to do it. And no, it's like, if I want to be the best musician, you do have a coach, and nobody bats an eye at that. And thank God the coaches are more what's the word I want? Accepted now. It's not, you hear people saying, oh, I'm working with my coach today. It's like, oh, cool. So it's
right. They're accepted today. Exactly.
Yeah.
I just want to make one more comment if I have time, and that's about creativity.
Yeah.
All of us have creativity. It's inherent in our beings. We must learn to bring it out, because as a business owner, we must be innovative all the time, constantly striving for new ways and better ways. And so my master's degree, which I received in 2015, is all about using creativity to help entrepreneurs grow.
Oh, I wanted to ask you about that master's degree. And that's another thing. How fabulous is that in 2015? So it's not like you were 20 years old going to college, working on, this is so inspiring. I don't want this conversation to end and we're completely out of time. But this, I hope the biggest takeaway there's so many big takeaways, but one of them that I think is so important is that we recognize that at any age, you can live the life that you would love living, and you can be full of life and zest and innovation and creativity, and just don't stop. Like, find that thing you're passionate about and take one step with that, and momentum will build up behind you, because God, this life is a gift. And when you have people like you who are coaching and mentoring, you can't help but be inspired when you're in your presence. And I know that I am. And I'm so grateful to you for being here, Gail, and for sharing your wisdom and sharing part of your journey with us. You bring me great joy.
Nada, thank you so much. You're bringing me great joy.
Well, together we're joyful, and that's the best thing in the world. I love it. Yes.
Absolutely. Yes.
So all of your information I will have on the show notes. So please, people, don't worry. If you want to reach out to Gail about coaching or the Mastermind Club or any of the other wonderful things that Gail has going on, because she has a lot going on. All of Gail's information will be in the show notes. The easiest way to reach you, Gail, by email would be
Gail at gailzelitzky.com. Please let me spell Zelitzky, Zelitzky, Gail at gailzelitzky.com.
Perfect. And that, of course, will be in the show notes also, along with all of the other wonderful gifts on how to contact Gail. So thank you so much. Thank you for the work that you do. I'm inspired, and God, I just love you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for spending time with us today. Please go to nadahogan.com for show notes and other information you can use right away. If you like what you heard here, please subscribe to our show, and don't forget to rate and review right there on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, or wherever you get your shows. And don't forget to tell your friends about it. We'll see you next week.